The ending is already written and it's ugly because this feud detonates careers and exposes who's been lying the whole time. But rewind hard because you need to see how Paddy Pimblett turned a dumb joke into a division-wide meltdown, how Dan Hooker snapped in real time, and how what looked like Twitter noise quietly became a legacy trap that nobody involved can walk away from clean anymore. Not Paddy, not Hooker, not Arman, not even the UFC itself.
I would never want anyone to mention anything about my family, so I'd never do it about anyone else. It's not what we do. We're fighters.
2 minutes later.
Dan Hooker couldn't grapple a fucking rapist off his ma. You know what I mean?
Okay, strong statement.
Just going back and forth on Twitter.
They're on the same level, they can do that, so. Trash kings.
This didn't start as war, it started as that smug laugh Paddy uses when he thinks he's untouchable, tossing out a joke about Dan Hooker's grappling like it was harmless banter, except it landed wrong. It landed loud. And it landed in a sport where respect is currency and Paddy spent it all in one sentence. And nah, this can't be real. Because the moment that clip hit, you could feel the temperature spike across the entire lightweight division.
And lad, people are saying like just engage, he's older than that lad, he's 2 years older than Dan Hooker.
That's true.
Dan Hooker couldn't grapple a fucking rapist off his ma. You know what I mean?
Okay, strong statements about Dan Hooker.
Hooker didn't hear humor, he heard disrespect. And the response wasn't clever or playful or measured. It was raw anger, immediate, unfiltered, and once he fired back, there was no walking it back because you could see it in his words that this wasn't promo anymore. This was personal, this was pride, this was a man deciding in public that whatever line existed before was gone now, completely gone.
Never want anyone to mention anything about my family, so I'd never do it about anyone else. It's not what we do. We're fighters. We say what we want about each other. Say anything about me, I'll say anything about him. But don't mention families, you know, that's below the belt. And I wish him nothing but the best with it, lad. I hope it all gets resolved. I hope it all gets resolved and he gets to see his child, lad. That's the main thing. But for now, I'm fighting for the world title. He's sitting on the sideline, so when I win this belt, I'm the champ. Don't care if it says interim on it. When I win this belt, I'm the champ, and if he's not back by June, July, he best have to vacate or get stripped, and I am the champ.
Here's where it twists, because while Hooker is swinging emotionally, Paddy suddenly plays moral high ground, talking about family being off limits, drawing lines like he didn't just like the fuse himself, and you're sitting there thinking, are you buying this or are you noticing the timing? Because something feels off, something feels staged, and I'm telling you right now, someone in this story is hiding their real intent and it's going to leak later.
Obviously, your last fight was against Dan Hooker. There's a little conflict going around with Dan Hooker and Paddy Pimblett. I was wondering if you were able to, see it or what you thought about it.
I didn't see what they're doing.
Just going back and forth on Twitter.
They're on the same level, they can do that, so. Trash kings.
Then Hooker drops the Ricky reference and everything shifts, because that's not trash talk anymore. That's a wound, that's history, that's grief dragged into a fight argument, and the internet split instantly. Some saying it was unforgivable, others saying Paddy pushed first. And right there the rivalry stopped being about who wins a fight and started being about who looks irredeemable when the dust settles.
I just want to say he has no grappling. He trains with the guys. He never compete even the high level. He never compete in jiu-jitsu or grappling. I saw him. He had a fight, grappling fight, and he tapped or he lost. So he's a trash can in the grappling and the wrestling.
Paddy fires back like a man who feels cornered, calling it the lowest of the low, escalating instead of de-escalating. Because ego doesn't let fighters retreat, and in that moment, you can feel him overcorrecting, typing too fast, saying too much, because when emotions spike this high, mistakes happen, and I promise you one of these quotes is going to age horribly once more details come out.
He's been grappling a lot. I know you don't want to talk about him, but how do you feel about his, his grappling tournaments, Steve?
Lad, I heard he nearly got triangled by a what's his name?
Sharon Magomedov.
Yeah, he nearly got triangled by him and he can't grapple to save his life either.
It's a tough
He's a
one.
striker and he nearly got triangled by him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you ever got any interest of taking those sort of exhibition type things? You know, RAF have got this kind of like grappling thing. Is there ever been like a reach out for like a let's do a grappling match for Pimblett, or is that?
I don't know. Before I was in the UFC years ago, when I was coming back from an injury, I'd done Polaris one time against Stevie Ray. He caught me in a leg lock. That's like the only one I've done in the past 10 years or something like that. I used to do grappling competitions all the time when I was younger and stuff like that, but obviously I'm focused on fighting now. I don't, like, he can go off and do all these other things if he wants, lad, but hopefully he takes his neck doing them.
Okay.
While fans are locked on Paddy versus Hooker, Arman Tsarukyan slides into frame like he's bored, dismissing both of them as equals, as noise, as guys beneath him, and that casual disrespect might be the most dangerous part of all, because Arman isn't yelling, he's judging, and fighters hate nothing more than being minimized by someone who might actually be right.
I know you've mentioned wanting to be the backup fighter. Have you had any talks with the UFC about actually officially having that position? Because I think you're really the only guy who could be the backup fighter right now.
No, I didn't talk to them, and I wouldn't cut my weight just for money, because it's a hard. But if they ask me, I'll do that. But they didn't ask, so that's why it's better for me not to cut weight and. You
Makes
know,
sense.
yeah, just if I cut, I want to fight.
For sure. It's, I mean, cutting weight is so hard.
I already cut in June, you know, and nothing happened, and just I spent, you know, my energy for the training camp, for the weight cut. It's always stress when you cut your weight, you know.
Arman attacking Paddy's grappling isn't analysis, it's a declaration. It's him saying you don't belong in this conversation. And when he starts talking about gym quality and competition level, you can hear the subtext that there's a gap nobody wants to admit exists. And watch closely, because this is where resentment quietly builds into something explosive later.
He is. So what about this fucking Arman fella, dude? What are we saying, this posh cunt?
Fuck him. Simple as, lad. I'm getting sick of getting asked about him and people talking about him. Oh, he should be in this interim title fight. He shouldn't fucking headbutt people at weigh-ins then, should he, lad? And punch fans in us when he's walking out, lad, and pull out a title fight the night before. So as far as I'm concerned, lad, he can eat shit, lad, and fucking, as Dana said, he can get back to the drawing board.
Nice. Get that one out of the way early on Arman Tsarukyan. He could have been in the mix for this fight, but I just feel like there's a lot of ulterior factors that people aren't considering other than just his recent win over Dan Hooker. I know he's a top contender, but there's a whole lot that he's done wrong before, and this is the big Paramount debut.
And lad, people are saying, like, Justin Gage, he's older than that, lad. He's 2 years older than Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker's like 2 years younger than him.
That's true.
Dan Hooker couldn't grapple a fucking rapist off his ma.
Paddy snapping back at Arman turns this from a two-man feud into a triangle of ego, insecurity, and timing, because now it's not just Hooker calling him out, it's a legitimate contender questioning his legitimacy. And that kind of pressure makes people say reckless things, do reckless things, and yeah, someone here is going to crack under it soon.
I obviously am not one of these fans, but some fans thought Arman should have been the one to get a 155 title pound shot.
We knew that would happen too.
Of course. Did the headbutt play any factor in the decision to not go with him? It did, right?
A lot of things have factored in, you know. Yeah. Yes.
Then the backup fighter drama hits, and suddenly Arman looks boxed out. Not by skill, but by politics, by silence from the UFC, by the grind of weight cuts that go nowhere, and this is the part nobody likes to talk about because it exposes how fragile opportunity really is, how one phone call can decide who matters and who doesn't overnight.
Remember, I think it was in LA, you were gonna fight Islam, you messed up your back. What's the recovery been, you know, for, you know, and like what happened? How did you get injured in your back before the fight versus Islam?
So I did the MRI after the fight, and it shows like I don't know how to explain in English, but I have a grisha.
Translate. Let's see. Hernia.
So I have that thing.
Okay.
And I may need surgery, I may not. So we'll see if it's gonna bother me again. I gotta do surgery.
Gotta remove the hernia.
Yeah, remove it.
Gotcha.
So,
was it pretty painful?
Yeah, my back was stuck. You know, I couldn't move.
Man.
And then in 2-3 weeks, I started like moving, running, you know.
That's good. That's good.
Paddy blaming Arman for his own situation is more than trash talk. It's a warning shot. It's him aligning himself with the company line, whether he admits it or not, and when Dana White later confirms that the weigh-in incident mattered, it confirms what fighters fear most, that one bad decision outside the cage can poison years of work instantly.
No, Topuria and Islam, Topuria has no chance. Whatever. You think Topuria can beat Islam?
Yeah.
Bro, you
no, at 170, no.
Bro,
at 170, no. At 155,
bro,
yes.
You like working in an interview, guy. You know shit about MMA.
I do. There's no way Ilia Topuria can't.
What's good, bro?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, 165.
No, it's 170 as well.
Bro, Islam fighting 170. He's not 155 fighter.
Yeah, that's why I said at 170 I don't think so, but it's close. But at 155, I think Ilia can beat Makhachev. Yeah, very good. No.
He has just boxing. That's it.
He has grappling too.
Where?
He submitted Bryce Mitchell.
Arman's hernia revelation should have cooled things down, but it didn't, because injuries don't erase doubt. They amplify it, and once a fighter pulls out of a massive fight, the narrative sticks no matter how real the pain was. And this division remembers everything, especially weakness, especially hesitation.
At 155 pounds, I don't see anyone beating Ilia Topuria. I just don't. Not Paddy, not Justin. Yeah, all right, there's Arman Tsarukyan out there, and he's the dark horse. Obviously, Paddy and Justin are fighting for the interim title. That's an interesting fight because Justin, better boxer, better wrestling, never uses the wrestling. Even if he did use the wrestling, you wouldn't really want to take Paddy Pimblett down. Paddy's a lot younger, a lot less miles on the clock, a lot less wear and tear. I'm kind of early leaning towards Paddy Pimblett in that fight. But who's the undisputed champ at the end of 2026? So yeah, 2026, Topuria will still be the champ. Yeah, there's Arman Tsarukyan out there, but I don't think that fight will materialize just yet.
Whatever Paddy's saying is like, whatever he's dreaming and thinking, you know, all power to him. We're ready for everything, and we did not go into this fight thinking it's going to be just a striking fight at all. Like, Justin has spent so much time. That's probably the proudest thing I am with Justin, is the amount of time that he's put into his grappling, because his wrestling is so high level. But it's more of the offensive and positional type of fighting. You know, for so long, I remember when we got stopped by Oliveira and I had to have a conversation with everybody on the team, like, hey, Justin is a high level guy, one of the best scramblers out there. You have some of the best slams out there, the Rampage Jackson type of slams. We're offensive. Justin's style is offensive, and to be a champion, you push people back. You have to put people on their heels. I look at this as when we had the Oliveira fight, we were defensive. We were like, don't get in this position. How do you get out of this position? You can't win fights like that. And you have to win offensively.
So how do you think you're going to get this one done?
I think I finish him wherever the fight goes, to be honest. Obviously, I know we can bang, but every fight we get a breakdown made of our opponent, and it actually shocks me how much he gets hit. And I know he takes one to give one, but you can't really just do that at this level. That's why he's lost to people like Eddie Alvarez, Dustin Poirier, Charles, because you can't just take one to give one. And I'm not going to just be standing there to let him hit me back. You know what I mean? So be using me range, keeping him on the outside, and I've got a feeling I'm going to knock him out, to be honest. I don't know what it is. I've just got a sneaky suspicion I'm going to knock him out. You know, I've been doing a lot of rounds with Luke Riley for this camp, and Luke's got much better technical striking than Justin Gagey, and I'm having a lot of success sparring with Luke. And obviously, one of my coaches, Ellis, who used to fight himself, he's the exact same build as Justin. He's 5'10" with a 70-inch reach, and I've been doing rounds with him. He's literally, because he doesn't fight anymore, lad, and he's just a coach, he's just done Justin's style for me. He hasn't got his own style. He's been doing Justin for me, and just the bits what we're working, I can see me knocking him out or dropping him and then submitting him. People are going on about his takedown defense, but if I want to take him down, I will take him down, lad. Simple as.
Justin's one of those guys that when you grapple with him, his ground and pound is so unique. So unique. He hits people with punches at different angles on the ground that are so effective. And it's top game. Like, how do you know your top game, and how do you know that? Like, Paddy, I think, is very good when it comes to dragging people to the floor. I don't think Paddy's a great wrestler. I don't think he's going to go out there and take Justin down. Obviously, he can slip on the mats. He can time something really good where the hips are up, but I don't see Paddy taking him down.
When Arman clashes with analysts over Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev, it's not about predictions, it's about control of the story, about who gets to define reality. And the way he snaps tells me nerves are involved, because confident fighters don't feel the need to dismiss people that aggressively unless something underneath is bothering them.
Like me at all. So the fact that I've got Ellis playing Justin Gaethje for me, and then I've got Luke, who's a better, faster, more powerful technical striker than him, I think it all goes into my favour.
You got Luke Riley above Justin. You're rating him above Justin Gaethje in the striking department already in his career, you reckon?
Yeah. Luke Riley's been fighting Thai in Thailand since he was 8 years old, lad. You know what I mean? When Justin Gaethje was wrestling, lad, Luke was fighting Thai and then doing amateur boxing, and Luke's striking is a class above.
I'm not afraid to speak it out loud. Like, this is our last run. Like, Justin's not. If we don't win this fight, we're not going on. Like, we're not going to go out there and be a gatekeeper and look at money fights and shit like that. It's he's a goal setter, and his mentality, just like he finished up. I don't know if you watched that video. Might as well go watch it if you haven't. We're in his house and the family's having a dinner, and I have that true talk, and I'm talking to his family. I'm not talking to him. And it's the way he ends it. He's like, it's not over, coach. So that's the key to Justin. Justin is very unique. He would fight over and over and over, but he knows he's got to be there for the family. He's got to be smart and take care of his health. And but we win this belt. My shoot to the moon type of goal would be, let's go out there and repeat defenses. Obviously, this is an interim title fight, so we're not the champ yet, so we'd have to go win that belt next.
Thus been predicting Ilya holding the belt through 2026. Sounds calm on the surface, but listen deeper and you hear the problem, because that prediction freezes everyone else in place. It tells Paddy and Justin and Arman that no matter what chaos they create, the throne might already be occupied long term, and that makes desperate men do desperate things.
Gaethje, Paddy, what do you think it looks like?
Oh man, more skilled, more experienced. I think better fighter all around, Justin Gaethje. But I also have been on record and said that Paddy Pimblett is better than a lot of people think he is. Because of his, his haircut and the way he talks and some of the strength of schedule. People don't give him a lot of credit, but when I fought him in April in Miami, I'm not going to say that I was surprised, because I was expecting the best version of Paddy, but he's better than a lot of people give him credit for. He's got long reach, good kicks, pretty darn patient and composed in there. But Gaethje's a whole different animal. So if I had to bet, which I can't, but if I had to lean one direction, I'd go Justin Gaethje, interim champion, and then he beats Ilia Topuria later on this year.
All right. Okay.
Promises to be a thrilling fight.
People are upset that Paddy Pimblett's getting the title shot versus Gaethje instead of Arman. What's your take on that?
I don't know. I don't follow that too much, like that politics and that stuff. I mean, I don't know what makes it make sense. You can fight in Arman, you have to find the winner.
So who do you got in that fight? Do you have Paddy or do you have Gaethje?
I'd like to see. I like both guys, so it's an interesting fight.
I always make you pick one. You got to pick one. You got Paddy.
I'd like to see Gaethje pull off.
You want to see Gaethje pull off?
So I think Paddy's coming.
Whitman calling this Justin Gaethje's last run is terrifying if you're paying attention, because fighters on last runs don't fight safe. They don't fight patient. They fight like every exchange is the final sentence of their career. And when you combine that mindset with Paddy's confidence and recklessness, the outcome becomes unpredictable in the worst way. By the time predictions start flying and legends weigh in, the tension hasn't released, it's compressed. And that's the dangerous part, because nothing feels resolved, nobody feels satisfied, and every quote feels like it's setting up the next accusation, the next betrayal, the next clip that's going to surface and make everyone say, wait. How did we miss that before? And that's why this isn't over. Not even close. Because too many egos are bruised. Too many narratives are colliding. And someone in this mess is still smiling a little too calmly. Like they know something the rest of us don't yet. And when that drops, this whole situation is going to explode all over again.